pronounced Laon, which is a Korean word. It's an old Korean word, so a lot of Korean people these days even don't know what that means, you know. But it means joyful, happiness, or enjoyable, cheerful, things like that. And I thought like sounded awesome, just Laon. Psychedelic rock. Yeah, sort of inspired by all this music from 60s and 70s. Then I used an instrument that's called keytar, which is like a modern instrument. I try to make it sound, you know, quite vintage, but at the same time I try to find a way to make it modern.
It's quite funny, when I first saw these guys before I joined, I remember speaking to people about them and saying, oh, you got to go see the Laon. They are like the love child of the Doors and Led Zeppelin. That's probably the most basic description I can give of how we roll. Yeah, a love child of something from that era.
Yeah, we like to jam, you know, like most of our songs. Some of them have structures, but we still try to play it differently all the time, every time we play it.
Yeah, that's the fun bit about both practicing and jamming and playing live. It seems to be that way. It's always different. It's always something new, you know. Afterwards we sit down and go, wow, what'd you do there? Or geez, that worked out really well. You know, it's most of the time completely impromptu, which is the really fun bit.
I was born in Seoul and grew up there, and I came to Christchurch in 2008, and I was 17.
This guy.
But we sometimes steal songs from others as well. You know, Nature is a cover, and he sings that song. And we arranged it a little bit. When we cover some songs, we usually tend to play it in our own way, because there's fun.
Yeah, again, it's a lot like the jams and stuff. We sort of interpret them. How you feel.
I would normally like write a song and then bring it to the jam, and these guys would, you know, sometimes throw their ideas, like, you know, oh, this section could be maybe longer, maybe shorter, you know, those type of things.
Enthusiastic. Come up and they go, man, they're just happy people are still playing rock and roll music.
Yeah, again, that sort of goes back almost to when I first saw these guys playing. You know, before I had any idea I'd actually be playing with them one day. You know, I remember going to my mates and saying, you've got to see these guys rock and roll and dead. You know, there's still people actually out there writing proper music on instruments and really just playing whatever they feel, however they feel like on the night. And I think a lot of that probably translates to when we play live, because I think the biggest memory I always have if we have a gig is people are smiling, and that's the greatest feeling. People having a big grin on their faces, having a good time.
Our single's coming up, our first single, which has 2 tracks in it. One is the cover called Nature, which is a famous song, it's a famous Kiwi song from the 60s. And another one is our original called Three Stones and Paisley.
So we hope to do an EP later in the year.
Maybe I'll leave it there, so I might have to leave.
That is the unfortunate thing about, you know, the beautiful things I guess that we do is the fact that this guy might be on borrowed time, which is a real shame.
Because I'm from South Korea, all South Korean men has to join the army for 2 years, and I'm at the right age, so I can't extend my passport anymore next year. So unless I get a residency this year, then I have to go back to Korea and join the army, which I don't want to do because, well, first I'm against the war, and second, I want to play music with these guys in this beautiful country called New Zealand. So, yeah, I want to be Kiwi.
Well, I mean, there is obviously the one option that Hong becomes a really recognised figure, even more recognised than he is now. If you become famous enough, you might have a chance to stay there.
I might do, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a thing called talent visa.
Yeah.
But you have to be, like, it says that you have to be famous in the world, not just in this country.
Well, he's not short on talent, it's just the visa he's short on.
I think if he can sign or get a contract from like recording company or record label, I might be able to get a residency like through that. So if there's anyone who's keen to have us as your artist, then get in touch with us. That'd be good.
So we've got a single coming out in May. It's our first single.
17th to be exact.
The Irishman bar
On St. Asaph Street, corner Columba on St. Asaph here in Christchurch.
New Zealand.
New Zealand, that's right. Looking forward to seeing you there.